What we do here is go back.
And we're live. Welcome to the Premier League review, where we take a look at our predictions for the weekend and we see how rubbish or how good they are.
Mine were good. Just
And
clarify.
mine were not so good.
Yeah, mainly the first one.
Yeah. I'll just say there's only one game. Well, I don't even know what I'm saying now. Carry on.
Well,
Week 9.
we get straight into
Week
the
9 of the
Newcastle
Prem.
versus Chelsea game, yeah?
Newcastle, Chelsea. So we all predicted Chelsea to win by 2 goals, and they did win by 2 goals.
The only issue
Kieran
was
predict-
I got it right.
Kieran
Almost
got
a
it right.
third, but it got disallowed. So it was almost
Almost there.
on.
That is
And
true.
Longstaff hit the bar as well.
Yeah.
So if a Longstaff shot goes in, different
Like,
story.
You know, if me
Different,
hadn't had balls, she'd be my uncle sort of shit, yeah. But I was right, as per usual. We got a 2-0 on there. Who scored the goals?
fair play.
Was it Abraham?
Tammy scored the second.
Yeah, Tammy got one.
His own goal is. People thought it was Chilwell, but it wasn't. His own goal.
Oh, yeah, no,
Yeah.
it was Fernandez.
But unlucky.
Fernandez.
Unlucky.
To be fair, that was unlucky. I think he was trying to put it behind, but he sort of,
Yeah,
do you know what I mean? One of them, you always see it quite
Yeah.
often.
difficult.
You go to clear it, and it just comes off the back leg or something.
Yeah, couldn't get his feet sorted out, could he?
I think
The
it's
second. Oh, sorry.
a bit. I don't think, did Newcastle have all the new people on?
New people.
Yeah, who's the new people?
Like
Who are we on about?
Wilson.
Oh no, I
Fraser.
think Wilson didn't start. I think he might have been injured.
That's probably the reason why then. To be fair,
Yeah, that's why they
didn't
can't
score.
score. I mean, Isaac Hayden missed a fucking sitter from about. I mean, he
Ben
was
loves
offside
him.
to be fair. He was offside, but it
I
was
do
like
like a bit of
you
Isaac
can't be
Hayden.
missing that.
Ben
You
loves
can't be
him
missing
from his Blackburn Football Manager. Ben loves him.
Yeah,
Anyway.
no. When you got Josh, is it Josh or Jacob? Jacob Murphy.
say
You got
Jacob, I wanna
Jacob
say
Murphy on
Jacob,
the
yeah.
wing and Joe Linton up front. You're not really expecting too much going forward. So maybe if Wilson starts, the game's different. So we don't know that.
Wilson
But
and Fraser.
I tell you what, well, Kieran got it right. So Kieran gets 2 points for that. I mean, I only get 1 point because we predicted the winner. And the next game's the only game that we all got the team wrong who won.
Yeah, it was a bit of a
Nice.
shit game for us to be fair.
However, we all predicted Brighton to score 2, which is kind of weird.
Which is a positive.
And
Yeah.
and they did score 2.
And Villa could have potentially scored 2.
Was it the Villa game that there was a controversial penalty? Was that the one?
Yeah, it was last minute pen.
If they'd got that, we would have all been spot on if they'd got it.
No, I predicted
Ben
3-2.
Yeah, Ben
Oh,
needed
yeah.
another goal.
But I tell you what, Villa should have buried so many chances.
Yeah,
Few off the line and stuff. So
that's a bit of a
Brighton have
tough
got
game.
good momentum.
but yeah,
Good
no,
momentum.
that's a huge 3 points for Brighton. That's just
They got Liverpool on Saturday, didn't they? That's big
Needed that.
momentum.
because they are.
Yeah,
They can get caught into that bottom 5, and they need to get out of that. So
They need to solidify now. Get as
Before it's
much
too
as you
late.
can point wise.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
move on to the next game.
Kieran's gonna be happy.
This is a big game for us. I'm happy about this one. In Spurs versus Man City.
Go on then, Kieran. Talk us through it
Well-
from your perspective.
I have to say it's exactly what I predicted. I said that we'd sit back the whole game. I said it'd be similar to the 2-0 against Man City last year or last season. It was exactly the same as that. We sat back, waited for the opportunities, and scored 2 goals. Everyone put a good performance in really. So yeah, I'm happy I got the prediction right. I got it spot on again.
Ben, what's your thoughts?
my prediction about Son didn't come through. My
No, it
prediction
didn't.
about Kane didn't come through. My prediction about everything didn't go through. So it's a game that I think Man City missed a lot of quality. They missed Aguero. They missed Sterling.
Yeah, they missed a real striker.
Could have done with
proper
someone
be
else in
fair,
there.
Spurs done well to keep City quiet, to be fair. I think City are a bit, since Company left, they've struggled to. I think they need someone in that dressing room like him. Do you know what I mean? I don't think they've got many leaders.
Yeah, I think
Laporte's
our
not really that
performance.
guy, is he? Laporte's not that guy.
And Diaz is new, so and Aki's not going to be like
Yeah,
in
yeah.
there shouting and.
I think Aki was injured, or he's left out the
But
squad.
I'm looking at the team though, right? Yeah, Ake was injured, but I'm
Yeah.
looking at the game, and it could have gone both ways really. If Jesus doesn't handball the goal,
Yeah, but people
that's a
say
goal.
that. You say that. It
If
could've gone-
Jesus isn't laying on the line for De Bruyne's shot, that goes in as well.
Yeah,
'Cause
but we've
Jesus
seen
made a great save for Spurs.
we've seen this exact performance from Jose multiple times against City or Pep. It happens almost every time he plays, and most of the time, well, maybe not most of the time, because against Pep he had fucking Barcelona for most of it. But I think that Jose, it's not really. I don't think you can cast this down to luck. I think it was a typical Jose masterclass, if I'm honest.
I think Spurs are doing something this year.
He's right, you know.
They're building something.
I just think right when two teams play their full potential, if both teams played to their full potential, Man City win. But Tottenham played at their full potential, and Man City didn't. And that's the difference. Is Man City can't get the best out of their players at the moment. Everyone's.
What do you reckon
Well,
that
yeah,
is? What
you're
do
never
you,
going to
what
outplay
do you put
City.
it down to?
I just think
it's
there's
injuries.
a lack of clarity within the system. I think they've got quite a few players that haven't played within the system much. Cancelo's first season, him starting. Diaz first season, him
Mahrez
starting.
doesn't suit the system at all.
Rodri hasn't really got into the Premier League too much.
I think they had problems, but instead of Pep doing what he used to do, where he'd work with the player, I think he's just chucked money at it, and it's not really worked. Do you know what I mean?
You've got certain players in there I don't think are working off the ball well enough either. I think Rodri off the ball is not
Like
good enough.
he bought Aki and Diaz for over 100 million, but he could have literally have like worked with someone else to. He
Well,
could have worked with
the
Eric
problem
Garcia.
is he doesn't. The way Pep works is his system has to have talent, and if it doesn't have talent, it doesn't work. If you can't, I
Exactly.
think you can't have players that are like, oh yeah, he could be good in the right system. They've got to be this player fits this system, and if he doesn't, then I'm sorry, you're not
I think
playing for us.
I think they also lack a bit of pace as well.
Yeah.
It's kind of too slow. Like not just within the speed of the
There's a
way
lack
they
of directness
run.
sometimes.
Yeah, not just the speed in running, but the speed in the way they play forward, the way they
Yeah.
switch
He
the
should have started Sterling,
play.
in my opinion.
Everything's pretty slow,
Well, I think
especially
Sterling was
like
just coming back from injury. To
midfield.
be fair.
Yeah, that's
They
true.
got as if it's side to side a bit quicker, I think,
Yeah.
and then get down the wing faster. I think it's all by the time Mahrez gets the ball out, there's like 10 Spurs players in their own box. The way you can get through 10 players.
I think even at times that we sat back a little bit too much. I think sometimes we should have been coming forward a bit more. Like Harry Kane said after, we were trying to play a mid block and we ended up playing a low block. And that probably would have invited them on a bit more. Obviously, you can't attack against City because they're one of the best teams when they're on their day. So, but yeah, I think it was a very good performance. It was an overall performance, team performance. It's what Jose has exactly came in to implement. So
I think Eric Dyer had a good game. To be fair,
I think
he looked
I
good.
really think everyone had a good game. If I'm honest, I think every player you can say, yeah, they had at least an 8 out of 10.
Yeah, I don't think there's anyone that you could say is less than that
Yeah,
for Spurs.
yeah.
I think Edison was. What's he doing for during some of that? What was he doing? Honestly, during the game, sometimes.
Both
Yeah.
goals, I think he could have done better.
Yeah, I agree.
Exactly. And yet again, it was the same problem when they had goalkeeper problems, and instead of like working with the players, they just chucked money again, even though it worked for a couple of years.
It's almost like when there's one piece of the puzzle missing for Pep, he doesn't know what to do. It's like
Yeah.
it has to be spot on, or it doesn't work.
To be fair though, I mean, I'm probably going to get hate comments for this and everything, but Pep's only worked with quality. You haven't seen Pep sign like a. Do you know what I mean? How would Pep cope at say I don't know, Southampton or something? He has to have good players to function. Do you know what I mean?
Pep
I'm
really.
going to put it out there now, though. Just in contrast to everything everyone's been saying,
Mhm.
I think City win the league. I'm just saying it now.
He
And I
keeps
know,
saying
and I
this.
know you guys are going
Not
to come
happening.
back and say, no, they're going to finish 10th.
Just you made some bold claims last week.
Come back in 5 weeks.
You know what? He said Son's
City will
not
be
going to score.
in the top 4 in 4 weeks.
He's decided this week he'll come up with some more bold claims. He hasn't,
I
he hasn't
think.
toned it down at all. He just said City going to
No,
win the league
I
now.
think the next 10 games, I reckon they win 8 out of 10. I look at them fixtures and I can't see City dropping points. I can't see City dropping points against,
I just
some of the
think
teams in the league are absolutely terrible this year.
no.
West Brom,
I don't see
Fulham.
that.
No, Burnley away. Burnley are decent at Turf Moor, but you take them to the Etihad, City will tear them apart.
Oh, literally. Every
can't
time
see
they
it.
go to the Etihad, you think, oh, Burnley might like hold them with the long ball, and they just get ripped apart like 5
They
minutes.
get absolutely every time they go to the Etihad.
There was
they
one
just get
game.
ripped.
There was 1-0 a couple of years ago.
Yeah, a couple of years ago. It's just
To
that's
be
fine,
fair
mate.
to them, though, they've got
And that was
they've
in their
got
prime.
Burnley, then
I
they
think that
got
was at Turf Moor as well.
they got Burnley, then they got Champions League, then they've got Fulham, Champions League, and then the Manchester Derby. To be fair,
I think only against 3 teams that they should be comfortably beaten. Even United, I think.
I just think they've
That'll
already
be a
dropped too
tough
many
game.
points. They've already
Yeah, but
dropped too many
I
points against
think
teams
that
that if
in
you're
the
going to win the
next,
league, you have to be beaten.
I think in the next 8 games or so, Spurs, right? I don't see City dropping many points, and if City win their game in hand, they're not far behind Spurs, and the Spurs are top. So I think
But
that City
I
have
don't
a
do if
chance to
buts and
compete.
maybes. Yeah, I do absolute. So right now that's not an absolute. So I'm saying no way.
I'm not sure because I think City will rotate for Champions League, so I don't know if they'll be.
Yeah.
I don't know if they'll win every game because they got Olympiacos tomorrow, Porto on the 1st, and then Marseille on the 9th. So that's 3.
Yeah, but
and
let's face it,
3 Prem.
them games that you'd expect them to comfortably win them as well.
You would, but what sort of team are they going to put out? That's the problem.
They've
Are they
got, I
going to
think their
rotate?
squad's big enough to handle it. I think City can play their 5th team and beat Fulham, man. I actually think they could.
Yeah.
True, true.
So the results for that match is I got 2 points. I think you got 0 points,
Yeah.
Ben, and I only got.
I only got 1 because he said a 2-1, which to be fair, that wasn't far off a 2-1.
Yeah.
City was
However,
unlucky not to get a goal.
The next game, well, completely wrong. Other end of the.
Yeah. West Brom defended well. Me and Arnie got that wrong.
We were completely wrong, weren't we?
Carl Bartley had a decent game.
Oh, I think I was close enough. I'll take how
slated
close
him.
I was with a 2-1.
I slated him and O'Shea, and Bartley was not too bad.
Yeah.
I think the keeper though kept them in it. I think without Johnson in goal, it's probably 3 or 4. And I think then me and Arnie are saying, "Oh, we were right." But do you know what I mean?
But again, it's if buts and
True.
maybes with you a lot, isn't it?
Any goalkeeper playing against Man United, they just turn into a god.
That's what every team says about every goalkeeper. Tottenham fans say it all the time. Oh, he always turns into a god against us, doesn't he? No.
I think
that's what everyone.
he was unlucky, Johnson, because obviously the on the line, off the line situation. I think he was unlucky. I think he would have kept a clean sheet.
That's become really strict recently, isn't it?
I'm a fan of it.
It's because of VAR.
It's too critical, isn't it?
Yeah.
But no, I think obviously you don't want it to be too blatant.
Do you say United were poor though because they didn't score more? Or do you say West Brom were good? That's the thing. Were West Brom decent? I don't really know.
I just think it's such typical United. They're not very good at breaking teams down.
Can I just say that Pereira shot that hit the bar? That was naughty. Honestly.
Callum Robinson. It's Callum Robinson.
Oh, Robinson. Sorry, not Pereira. Sorry.
Was it Robinson? I think it was Robinson, wasn't it?
Yeah. First touch, and he almost put it top corner.
Yeah, no. What a player. They miss him. I think when they get him back in the team, he's important.
They done a swap deal for him, didn't they?
Yeah.
Oliver Burke.
So I got 1 point. Oh, we all got 1 point.
We all got 1 point. Yeah.
We all got 1.
On to
and we all got 1 in the next game as well.
Yeah,
we got that one horribly wrong as well. Except Kieran.
I mean, no, I think I said 3-0 for this game.
Yeah, no, Kieran and Arnie said 3-0. I said 2-0.
We just none of us thought that Fulham would be as attacking as they were, but they managed to get a goal and they missed a penalty. So
soon as they missed that penalty, they were like a different team.
Dominant, weren't they?
They
Yeah.
just come out like as if they're
Everton was struggling
different
to handle
team.
with them, to be fair.
Controversial. I think they do look a lot more. They look a better team without Mitrovic
Bit more flow.
big statement.
because they have more mobility around. The whole
Yeah.
team has a bit more mobility.
When
I think
yeah,
with
I know
Mitrovic
what you
is a bit
mean.
of a. It's a bit
When he's on,
laborious.
When he's on, it's always the same game plan. Just hoof it up to him, and it literally long ball to him. He heads it down. Whereas when he's not on, they've got to
Your
think
runners in
more of
behind
him.
a bit more dangerous on the counter attack.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I think they were unlucky not to get at least a draw, Fulham, after.
Yeah, after
They
that
were all
last
fought
that
fair.
last 20 minutes.
But yeah, the last 20 minutes after they missed the awful penalty, I think they were unlucky not to at least get a point.
Yeah, I agree.
Shout out to Alex Iwobi playing wing back as well. What a player!
What a weird little position for him. Surprised he
Played
did
well.
alright there, to be fair.
Are we going next game? Or do you
Yeah,
have
next
anything else to
game.
say? It was pretty impressive from Fulham, but I think Everton were always really in the driving. I think you'd get a few scares, but
Calvert-Lewin scored again, didn't he?
they got goals in them,
Twice,
haven't they?
actually, yeah, he scored twice.
Too many goals.
Yeah.
Do you reckon he'll move, or do you reckon he's a bit one season wonder?
No, I think like hasn't really had. He's sort of been coming up for quite a while now. Last season
He
sort
does
of
look
had
good, to be
a season
fair.
where
I
he's
think
coming
there's a few teams out there that want him.
I'm a fan. He stinks of a United signing, doesn't he?
I think
Stinks of a
United,
signing.
Arsenal could do with him.
He's just quite. He's
True.
good. He's just quite big. He's a decent little player. Fairly well rounded, I guess.
Could be a good Kane replacement when he leaves Spurs.
That's never happening.
What we do here is go back.